Hi guys, it's Arthur. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Pokemon Go. I'm actually just started playing this game about 2 weeks ago, and I have found some of the best tips and the best help to get me further in the game. I'm already at level 17. I think that's pretty good for starting out only 2 weeks ago. And I'm going to talk about how to choose what Pokemon your Eevee evolves into, whether that be Jolton, Vaperon, or Flaron, all this other stuff that's going to help you out. So stay tuned, and I hope that these tips help. So I have my Pokemon Go starting right now. And yesterday I actually hatched one of my eggs, and it turned out to be Mr. Mime, and I was thrilled. It was a 10-kilometer egg, so it was a little longer to hatch, but I have an easy way to hatch Pokemon. There's Mr. Mime, and I can't tell you how pleased and how happy I was to find this guy. My first tip is about how to hatch eggs and how to hatch them fast. So I see most people, whenever they're walking out playing Pokemon, they're just doing it walking with their phone. But I prefer to put it on my bike, and then I ride my bike whenever I'm going anywhere within the city. So I'll go to the city, or I'll go to the bank or the grocery store, and I just turn my app on. It calculates all of these kilometers that I'm racking up as if I was walking. So I would say on average I hatch about 3 eggs a day, and that's just me just doing things that I do on a normal basis. It's not even me really playing the game. It's just me going through my day and just having fun. However, I've found online that people have been pinning it to their fan ceilings and just connecting it to there, and then as it goes around, it thinks that it's moving, and so that's another way that people have been hatching eggs. I personally don't even have a fan ceiling, so I can't do this, but the way that I do it on the bike is just so much more simpler, and yeah, I would say it's a little faster than just putting on a fan. So I would say this is the first hack that I can give to you guys. The second hack, one that's kind of most important, is don't level up your Pokemon right when you have enough Stardust, because actually it kind of puts you in a disadvantage, because as you start moving up in levels, the Pokemon that you catch in the wild actually become higher levels as well. And so if you keep on adding Stardust and leveling up your Pokemon, what will happen is that you'll have your Pokemon at a level 700, and then you'll catch the same Pokemon at level 600 in a few levels later, and so you're like, wow, I used all this Stardust just for me to find this Pokemon again in the wild. And this is especially true for when you actually evolve Pokemon. So for example, where I live, there are tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons, alright, that was excessive, of Drowsies. And so what I did was I evolved one of my Drowsies, and he became a Hypno, and he was like level 500, and then I used all this Stardust to get him up to level, I think it was like 650, and then the next day I found a Hypno at level 600. So I just was like, wow, I lost all of this Stardust just for me to find a Pokemon that's almost equivalent to the level that I found in the wild. So as hard as it may be, I would say save your Stardust until you go up about 2 levels and see if you find a Pokemon that goes higher. Then I would say to go ahead and evolve this Pokemon and go ahead and start upgrading him, because of course you need strong Pokemon so you can put them in the Poke Gyms, but I would say for the most part, hold off on it. Now for my last hack, which I think is the most important hack, because this will determine what your Eevee evolves into. And for me, for example, I know a lot of the people have the water one. I would say this is the most common evolution of Eevee, and I didn't want this because I just wanted Flaron, for example. So I'll put this in the description below so you guys don't have to remember it off the top of your head. So if you want the electric Pokemon Jolton, you will nickname your Eevee. So let's see. So what you do is you go to your Eevee that you want to evolve, edit, and in the name you'll put Sparky. And this, when you evolve your Eevee, will turn it into a Jolton. Now, if you want a Vaperon, whatever, the water one, you do the same exact thing, but in the name you put Rainer. And if you want the Flaron, then in the name you put Pyro. And like I said, I'll put all this information in the description below. What you're naming this after is actually in the first Pokemon. There was 3 trainers. There were 3 brothers, and it was Sparky, Rainer, and Pyro, and they all had each one of these Pokemon. And yeah, so this is how you do it. This is how you evolve your Eevee into whatever Pokemon you want. So I hope these 4 little small hacks help you in your Pokemon game. And remember to be safe. Don't do anything dumb unless it's worth it. Because then if it's like a Pikachu and you have to trespass, then come on, you have a Pikachu, even if you go to jail. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy these hacks, and please, 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 please don't forget to subscribe, because I make videos every single Wednesday. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you didn't, then oh well, go play Pokemon.